This is a great comment, and I have big thoughts about it. And it comes down to two things, in my opinion. One is accessibility, and one is a narrow field of recommendations. What do I mean by accessibility? So I have a stack of books here that I'm going to use as examples. So we've got Cinderella's Dead by Kailyn Barron, a sapphic fantasy romance for young adults. The book is 380 pages, but look at the formatting. We have wider spaces in between lines. The formatting is YA formatting. So realistically, this book is like 325, 350 pages of as compared to an adult novel. Then we have an adult fantasy sapphic book, The Priory of the Orange Tree, 800 pages. 800 pages where the spacing is formatted like an adult novel. Looking at a book like this versus looking at a book like this, one of these is going to feel insurmountable. One of them is going to feel way more accessible. I feel like I can read this. This is overwhelming to me. To be clear, I've read both of these books. That brings me to my second point, a narrow field of recommendations. I think people stick to like the big yellow 5 or 3 or whatever. 4. She Who Became the Sun, which is still up there in the yellow section. The Unbroken, which is on my couch because I'm reading it, by C.L. Clarke. Tasha Suri's The Jasmine Throne. Priory of the Orange Tree. What people aren't recommending, or who people aren't recommending, are people like Tamara Jarret, which also feels a little bit more accessible, like an intro. I wouldn't even say this is an intro. This is a gothic FFF fantasy about a poison girl and a female king from like a female fae king. And this was about a Nephilim and a succubus. And they both have like a lot of religious deconstruction elements in them. Anyway, obviously, this is one of my favorite books of all time. I've read it a billion times. It's literally falling apart. These are incredible fantasies. C.C. Gonzalez, The Curse of the Goddess, another incredible fantasy. Valda and Maris, Chef's Kiss, A Magical Strap, Chef's Triple Kiss. This is the first book. The second book is already out, and we're waiting on book 3. This is a completed like duology in the larger series. Then we have like a nice short standalone sapphic fantasy, The Orc and Her Bride by Lila Gwyn. We have a standalone sapphic, well, this isn't actually a standalone, but it can be read kind of as a, maybe not kind of as a standalone, but like Ruby Rowe, Architecti. This one is so spicy. Then we have Marissa Sorreo, who writes cozy sapphic fantasy. But because the recommendation pool stays narrow, which I've talked about in other videos, people don't end up recommending like more than the same 6 books. And so following diverse creators and following creators who talk about the books that they love that aren't the same books over and over again is going to get you more than just the same 6 YA books. Anyway, happy reading. Stay tuned for, clearly I like to read sapphic books. Come back for all of the sapphic thoughts and more. Okay, bye.